a day, what a start to the day, shall I say. The first stop of the day, the Wailing Widows Waterfall, and because it's been absolutely pouring it down over the last few days, there's plenty of water dropping from the waterfall. It's an amazing sight. The weather is changing all the time. We've had sun, we've had rain, we've literally just been hailed on, but it's incredible. It's worth the little trek. If you are coming here though, make sure that you have hiking boots or wellies, because it's pretty muddy on the way here. Yeah, don't come in trainers, don't bother. But the waterfalls are beautiful. We've taken some pictures. Hopefully something's going to come out nice for the wall in the house. Incredible. So after leaving the Wailing Willows, I keep calling it Wailing Willows, but it's Wailing Widows, I think, the waterfall, where we took the photographs, we actually carried on to a different waterfall which is on the coast, basically in this remote village, which is really nice. But we are a little bit pushed for time, so we didn't really record much in there. We didn't really stick around too long. It's a place we definitely want to go back to. The waterfall, we saw it a little bit from the distance. Again, we didn't quite see how you'd get precisely to it, but I'm sure if we had another half an hour or so, we would have tracked down the car park, the road. We've now stopped over for a quick soup at a tea room, and we will then carry on to our charging place. Oh, the soup's arrived. Thank you. Wonderful. So yes, we will carry on to the charger and then onto our hotel for the night. So yeah, the West Coast is brilliant. It's a mixture of a bit like Switzerland, I would say. Yeah, fantastic. It's so far NC500's not disappointed one bit, so really enjoying it. Checking in again, guys. It's another day in beautiful Scotland. We are loving the trip. We stopped over, as you can see just there, Joe in the back, to take a shot today for a change. We've got sunshine, which is nice after the last few days of rain. But yeah, it's awesome. We are now heading for the famous Balach Nabat Pass, or well, that's my shoddy pronunciation of it, but that's the best I can do. Which I hope the weather sticks around. I hope it's not too busy so we can pull the drone out, but we shall see. Right, we'll probably see you at the entrance there. Guys, we just had to stop over and just take some pictures and just soak it all in, because this is literally what this road is all about. So you've got one mountain range over there, then you turn and it's just another one and another one and another one and another one, and it's just amazing. It's literally like this a lot of the way. In fact, probably 80% of the journey you go, at least on the west coast, and that's just what you get. Just mountain, field, forest, mountain. It's amazing. Just can't get enough of it. Blue skies, mountains, snow-capped peaks, because it snowed a couple of days ago when we had all the rain. A little bit lower down, it snowed higher up. Yeah, no, if you like driving, if you like mountains, Scotland and NC500's got you covered. Guys, we were just driving along this pass. We're on the way to Applecross, and there's Highland cows on the road. So obviously, being Scotland, you've got to go and say hi to Highland cows. Okay, so we just arrived at Applecross, and we're in the car park, which is at the bottom of the pass. It's a free little car park, and it's got a toilet block. You have to pay for the toilets, but you can pay on a card, so that's good. Whew. So what can I say? Let's go and hit the pass. Guys, the pass was amazing. Now, yeah, I can't really explain it. You have to do it if you're in the area. Definitely do it. It's not a very long route. It only probably takes about 15 minutes or so to drive over. There are a few viewpoints up there which are worth stopping for, but again, as we are pushed for time, we didn't really have the time this time around. But we will definitely be back. The car is now charging here. We're just, well, by the Skye Bridge. So the next stop is going to be the hotel to check in. Now, on this trip, you do have to be careful with food, dinners and things like that, unless you are full-on self-catering, because a lot of restaurants, and there's not many, book up pretty quick, so you literally have to book like a week or two in advance, and this is out of season. And there's not a lot of choice, so if you think you'll just drive down somewhere and just pop in for dinner, you may struggle. So I definitely recommend booking in advance. The latest booking that we could get for Skye, where we're staying, was 5:15. Yeah, 5:15 is not that late, and yeah, that was the latest we could get. So yeah, just bear that in mind, guys. We're gonna be here for about 20 minutes. Probably less actually, because we haven't got that far to go, and we'll just plug in overnight at the hotel again. So yeah, all is good. And just quickly checking in from the hotel room, ready for the night. Had some dinner, which was alright. So yeah, thoughts on Skye so far, considering we've only really been on it for a few hours and we've pretty much driven to the place where the hotel is. It's a lot more commercial, a lot more mainstream, a lot more touristy than the rest of the NC500 that we've seen so far anyway. So this is probably to sort of think of a lake district, and this, I think Skye would fit in quite nicely into that sort of theme, if you like. Whereas if you head further north on the west coast towards Skye, the north coast, that's a lot more sparsely populated, and it does feel a little bit more exclusive, if you like. So yeah, there's nothing bad about Skye. It's got a different feel to it. But like I said, we've only been here for a few hours. It does look like there's quite a bit of hiking to be done. But yeah, it's just got a different feel to the rest of the NC500. That's probably the best way to put it. So we're gonna get some sleep now. And tomorrow is our last day of the trip, really, because tomorrow we're heading down to Port William, where we're hoping to do a little hike, weather permitting. So hopefully that pans out. And then the following day after that, it's time to head back home. So tomorrow's the last full day. Very much looking forward to it, and we'll catch up tomorrow. Okay guys, hi. So it's morning the following day, and I'm afraid it's not looking great. We've checked the weather forecast for where we were hoping to do the hike, which is just by Ben Nevis, but the chance of rain is 100%, which in itself wouldn't be too bad if it wasn't for the wind, and it's really blowing out there. So yeah, we just don't really feel like getting absolutely drenched with all the cameras, tripods and everything on our backs on our last day of the trip. So Instead, we're going to drive to the north coast of Skye, see what that's like out there, and basically do a little bit more driving around Skye before we start heading over to Fort William, which is where our last day for this trip is, and tomorrow is just heading back home to Cheshire. So let's go and see whether we can record or show you any more of Skye. Okay, so we're just driving up north. We are getting, well, not too far from the top end of Skye now. We're just literally by the Old Man of Store, which looks like a pretty awesome hike, to be fair. Not on a day like today, but it's definitely something we'll want to do at some point. There's a car park pretty much at the bottom of the hill where he is, not all the way at the bottom, but yeah, not far at all. The hike doesn't look that strenuous. It looks a little bit steeper in places, but it's not too strenuous. It's not over the top. There are toilets here. You have to pay for the car park. I imagine you can pay on a card, but I've not checked. But there's a decent number of parking spaces, but I imagine if you're coming in season in summer, it will be full pretty quick, so just be aware of that you probably want to get here pretty early on. But it looks the northern end of Skye looks a lot better than the southern end. The southern end's a lot more built up, whereas the northern end is something more to our liking. It's more in tune with the rest of the sort of NC500 route, if you like. And to top it off, we saw an eagle fly past. It was either a juvenile golden eagle or a sea eagle. We only saw him for 5-6 seconds or so. He was too far away for the cameras, but we did manage to get a look through the binoculars, and he was literally flying past over there. So can't complain.